Makes you too long.
All right, where do you want me?
Back to normal. Back to normal. Hi. Good morning, citizens. There's a picture that one of my trolls, I have trolls, and it's interesting. So he has taken a picture of me in the sumo outfit for Halloween. How long ago was that? 3 years, 4 years?
Oh, it's been longer than that, I bet. I bet it's been 5.
And so that's being used, and the guy is saying that I'm filled up, that's, and I kind of laugh because he says I'm full of myself, but yet you posted a picture of me. It's just weird how people are just nothing more than a troll. It's just kind of funny.
Wow.
Just troll. Okay. Let's do this.
Let's get back to your wake-up call with Phil Quinn. Brought to you by Phillips Drugs on Richmond's Classic Hit.
It is 6:43 here on your wake-up call. 30 degrees here in the Whitewater Valley. Actually, it's dipped a little bit, 29. What's the airport at?
30.
30? Okay, so I've got 29 on the Apple Watch. And tons of people joining us on Facebook Live. We certainly appreciate that. But it is our headline segment. We're brought to you by Phillips Drugs, your good neighbor pharmacy. Jeff Lane is here with some news. All right, so I'm not going to tell you what news you should lead with, but I might have a milk mustache. Those people on Facebook Live are like, liar. But the people listening may think that could be true.
Nice.
So,
all right, well, let's start with the positive then. 34 new jobs coming to Richmond, part of a $9 million investment for Smith Foods. That was announced yesterday by the EDC. Those jobs paying an average of $22 per hour. Take about 2 years to get all those jobs online. It's coming in part due to a $93,000 edit grant from the EDC.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's, when you have an expansion project, that gives you a lot of leverage to say that, for the EDC to go out and go, look, Smith Foods would not invest here if they didn't think, A, we had the workforce that was available. And paying, on average, $22 an hour is really good. We've heard, Blue Buffalo being at 18. I know Hills has been up. A lot of employers are paying much better than whatever the tax abatement threshold is, which is like $11 with benefits.
Right.
So is that 22 with benefits or without?
I don't know. I would assume that it's not taking that into account.
I think so, because that's where we are now.
Yeah.
And, we talk about workforce issues all the time here on the show. Not just quality of workforce, but size and, quantity, and also how do we grow it. And one of the ways is you bring in companies like Smith Dairy that says, look, we think there's value in employees in hiring locally, so we're going to pay them.
Yeah.
I like it.
Absolutely. And most often, any new jobs that come to our area, not in every case, but mostly are the results of expansions as opposed to brand new companies coming in. So that's good stuff there.
Yep.
Richmond Common Council met last night. One of the main topics on the agenda was Peacock Road. And really some significant changes presented last night when compared to when this project was first brought before council. And a lot of it's due because they determined that it was going to be really difficult and really costly to move some utilities from 13th Street and further west. Mm-hmm. And so it was modified, and divided into two sections really, from 11th to 13th, and then from 13th on west to 18th. There will now be no dedicated bike lanes west of 13th Street, although 11th to 13th will still include those dedicated bike lanes.
That's 2 blocks.
Yeah.
So what are you supposed to do? Here's my dedicated bike path. I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to turn down the block, and then I'm going to turn back this way and get off the street. I don't know.
Anyway, it'll be. Well, you would think though that's where the majority of the bike traffic would be.
But how do they get there?
That's true.
I mean, yeah, for those people that live on that block, that sounds like a really cool thing to do.
It'll be March before the city learns if its grant application is successful, and even if it is, not going to see any construction for 5 years or so.
Yeah, 2025.
Yeah.
So, can I ask you who the mayor is at that point? Jeff Kaplan.
You think?
I don't know. I'm
I
just
don't know.
guessing. And now he's going to call me. He probably won't call me. He'll just sneak up behind me and say, if you ever say my name again on the radio.
Let's call him up. I still got his number.
No.
Let's talk about Old Reed. That was a topic in Richmond.
Oh!
In Richmond Rising.
I'm ready.
All right. Now I'm going to read something into this.
You please do.
Three uses are talked about in this potential use of the property. All three do include a green space and a bicycle lane that will connect the Cardinal Greenway.
Keep going.
to
Keep
Middlefork
reading.
Reservoir. All right.
Keep reading.
One of them, multifamily residential buildings. One of them, potential recreation, sports fields, zip lining, mountain bike trails.
Uh-huh.
The third,
Yes.
and this is the biggie,
It is.
some type of anchor. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Casino,
yes, sir.
baby.
Yeah,
Casino.
come on, man. Come on. Look, we we make fun of this, but you tell me that if you haven't watched a sporting event in the last 4 weeks, that you haven't seen a sports betting commercial on television.
That's right.
And you tell me there's not money to be had in betting. I am not a gambler. I mean, I do with like goofy stuff like tournament brackets and hey, I'll bet you $5 this guy walks in with a tie. I mean, nothing that I would say is I'm a degenerate. But we have plenty of degenerates. And certainly there's plenty of people in Ohio that are degenerate gamblers, I should say. And let's bring in some money, baby.
Might as well back the Brinks truck
Yes!
right up the door, man.
Yes, and you know, let's just stop being prudes about this thing. Let's stop worrying about, it brings all these other problems. Yes, it does. But guess what? We already have a drug problem here. You know, we already have vacant homes being stripped of copper.
That's right.
They're, you know, steamboat this bad boy, float a casino, whatever you got to do to make it work, and let's get this thing done. It's right in the middle of town. North, south, east, west. There's all benefits. There's a whole bunch of people. You put a bike path in or don't. I don't care.
Huge.
Come on, man.
Huge. I'll be the first person at that blackjack table, baby.
You know what? If they don't let us cut the ribbon, because who else is pushing this but us? I mean, no one else is stepping out there going, "Hey, what do you think about a casino?" We're loud about it. I've been at the Chamber Issues and Advocacies Committee meetings. We got to listen to the mayoral candidates, and so of course a question came up: what would you do with the old Reed property? And people just kind of looked my way. And we're talking about really smart, important people in town. They just kind of look down my way and go, "Shut up, loser." So they don't say that. That's what they do.
A couple things real quick as we wrap up this award-winning segment of radio. Some big-time renovations coming to Houston Wood State Park.
Yeah.
$3 million in funding, much of that going to be done at the lodge. That thing was built back in '65 and has not seen a major renovation since. Cool thing about that, buzzards sit on top of that thing and they spread their wings out at the sun, and it's kind of fun to watch. Anyway.
The buzzards?
The buzzards do, yeah.
That's not good.
And then the 15th Annual Depot District Old Fashioned Christmas Festival kicks off late this afternoon. A brief ceremony set for 5:30.
Yeah.
It'll be tonight and then the next 2 Tuesday nights. Horse-drawn carriage rides, live reindeer choirs, lots of lights, all that kind of stuff. No charge for parking or admission.
That's right. They also have the Festival of the Trees going on, where you can vote on 17 different nonprofit trees. Jen Steele will be out there at 5 o'clock, right in front of Richmond Furniture Gallery. You can stop by and say hi. Our question of the day. What's your favorite holiday beverage? Is there something that you kind of cozy up to with some aloe-infused winter socks and a fireplace?
Well, first, it's anything that's not eggnog.
Yeah, eggnog is terrible.
I can't stand even the thought of it. Curls me.
You know, the issue I have is that you kind of feel like you're Rocky and you're putting the eggs into a cup and then trying to swig it down. you know.
Yeah, I don't care what you put in it, what you flavor it with. No, but we've
Yeah.
got kind of a weird tradition going at our house.
Uh-huh.
Champagne.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one time that I came in and I was filling in over on the Kicks 96 side, and we did a taste test of champagne bottles. We brought
Yes.
in a whole bunch of different champagne. Did you know that was completely illegal?
I did know. But hey, free champagne, so why am I going to speak up?
Oh, we just did a taste test. It wasn't like we were drinking on the air, but we did. We were drinking.
Yeah, I did.
And so I didn't realize that was against the law. What's the statute of limitations? Because that could have. I think that was 10 years ago, maybe.
But it was longer than that even.
Good Lord. All right. Jeff will come back and do our Dargy repair service 5 fun things coming up about 8:45. Kelly Cruz Nicholson will be here about after 8. We'll talk to her more about this Peacock Road deal. And we thank you, Jeff Lane.
Thank you.
Jiffy Lube, stop me if you've heard.
I was ready with the Kenny Rogers.
Dude, that was awesome. I didn't know that was coming. I did
Yeah.
not know that was coming. That was awesome.
That's what I like to see. Surprising the newsman. All right, guys. Have yourself a great day. And I love you, trolls. I love you.